Roger Federer has plenty to celebrate, and not just because it's Australia Day. The 17-time Grand Slam champion handed no. 6 Tomas Berdych 7-6, 4, 6-2, 6-4 beating to advance to the Australian Open semifinals for the 12th time in the past 13 years. Federer will compete in the Final Four of a major for the 39th time in his career, and will face either Novak Djokovic or Kei Nishikori. At 34 years, 176 days, Federer is the oldest Aussie Open semifinalist since Colin Dibley in 1979. The key number in this one, Federer was 24 of 29 on net approaches. Afterward, he reflected on his efficiency. "You know, looking at the stats, it's an easy thing," Federer said. "I mean, I do feel really good at net since a few years now. It's where it all sort of started for me when I came on tour. I know how it works up there. I still think there's room of improvement. Every player manages to defend or pass it differently. The question is, do you come in off a low ball because you're being dragged in, or are you coming in on your terms? Yeah, how do these people return?" There were some tense moments early on. Down a break early in the first, the third-seeded Federer immediately broke Berdych back, eventually winning a well-played breaker. From there, Federer went into quick strike mode, playing a flawless second set. The third was more competitive. But at 4-4, Federer stretched Berdych out wide with a terrific backhand down the line that the Czech couldn't return, the final break of the match. Perhaps symbolically, Federer ended the 2-hour, 16-minute bout with a crushing overhead that Berdych could only watch. "Yeah, I think the first set was tough," Federer said. "It was the one that took the longest, had the most importance of all the sets, in my opinion. It was definitely key to the rest of the match, I think. It maybe might have taken some energy out of Tomas. Who knows? If not physical, also mental. It's always tough to lose the first set in best of 5 in a breaker, in my opinion." Federer and Berdych have a long history, having met at each Grand Slam, 2 Olympic Games and the Davis Cup. But the Swiss has now won 5 straight in the rivalry. The 5th-ranked Czech has booming serves and ground strokes of equal velocity, but his ultimate downfall came in his inability to win clutch points Tuesday. Case in point, at 3-2 in the third set, Berdych had multiple shots to go up a break at 15-40, but couldn't withstand a couple of crisp serves from Federer. Berdych then hit a poor approach shot that his Swiss opponent returned for a clean winner. "I mean, when you break him on then you lose your serve right after, that's definitely not a thing that's going to help," Berdych said. "But, as I said, you know, he was playing really well, quite aggressive, and especially without any easy mistakes. I mean, when you don't get any single point, you know, then it's a bit difficult. I'm not asking like to have all the points for free, but it's something that you can build on and maybe you can take a little advantage or momentum from that. But he was just too good today." How well has Federer played in the recent year? He has not lost a match against a top 10 player outside of Djokovic since the quarterfinals of the French Open, Stan Wawrinka, last May. For Federer, this was his final day match of the tournament, which could be an issue in his next encounter. "Yeah, you have to string rackets harder during the day, be more careful hitting shots. At night you have much more time. It makes a big difference," he said. "There will be a lot more running in the next match, no matter if it's Djokovic or Nishikori.